Merry meet, everyone, and thank you for watching Which is the Moon here on Thursday. I am your Thursday co-host, Houston, and this week for our final episode, or final weekly topic here in Season 3 of Which is the Moon, trying to get that correct. This week we are talking about witches' bottles. Witches' bottles, whenever you search witches' bottles on Google or try to understand what they are, witches' bottles are mainly focused on protection. The main concept is the protection from negative energies, negative entities, peoples, and negative people or spells that are that were or are used against you. There are many ways. So I can get this right. There are as many ways to create a witch's bottle as there are witches in the world. But there's also different types of witches' bottles too. But today I'm just going to talk about the protection one. A witch's bottle for me is usually a glass. It doesn't have to be glass. I've used old medicine bottles when I lived in the apartment. But the main concept is to not the main concept, but the original thought is to fill the bottle with broken glass, nails, pins, or sharp objects in general to not disperse, but attract negative energy. It kind of cuts it up. And then you also would fill it with protective herbs, salt. You can do, some people urinate in it, which I don't. I mean, you can. It adds power to protect you and your house. But I usually add wine or red wine to represent blood. I mean, you can add a couple drops of blood if you wanted to for protection. So that's basically the concept of a witch's bottle, is to protect the witch and their property or their family. And after you create the bottle, you would seal it with wax of a color that you've already chosen, and it can be any color. It doesn't have to be one set color. I mean, if you think protection is blue, use blue. If you think it's purple, use purple. If you think it's white, use white. It's all, follow your intuition with that. I actually have one I wanted to show you guys. My partner made. There was a witch's bottle class at Samhain. We had a Samhain camping event here last year, and I had to work, but I came up for the last part of it. I had to work that Saturday, so I got there around 5, and they already had a class on witches' bottles, and he made one for me, for us, and it's this little guy. It's got glass in it. I think there are some herbs in there as well. It's with red wine, and it's the wax sealed top. I keep this on the counter in the house. I mean, I have another one that I've done. I usually take old sauce jars, clean them out, and create witches' bottles that way. I use thumbtacks or nails, whatever I have on hand. I don't like breaking glass, but there's broken glass in that one. And I usually seal the cap with either wax, or I've done duct tape before too. Whatever works. So yeah, for me, my magic isn't by the book. I like to experiment with different things, and as well as tweak things that people have said and do just to make it my own, which is what I love about it. But I mean, the witch's bottle can be used for other things as well. I mean, there's things called spell bottles, which I don't know if there's a difference, because witches and spells are kind of synonymous. But the main focus of the witch's bottle is protection. But I mean, if you do, in your working, you do spell bottles, that could almost be the same thing, where you could create a spell bottle for basically anything you want. You can use it for healing, for prosperity, for protection, for fertility, psychic awareness, contact with deity. You can use the concept for basically anything, but I think, and sadly I haven't watched videos from the previous co-hosts, so I'm just kind of going off on my own. But I think our main concept this week is protection. I mean, the witch's bottle is an old tradition. It usually, after you create the bottle, you either bury it somewhere on your property, or if you can't bury it on your property because you live in an apartment, or you're renting from someone, which me and my partner are renting this place we live at now, but I still bury stuff in the yard. We have a little yard. I still bury stuff in the yard. But if you have an apartment or you can't bury something outside, you would hide it in the back of a cabinet where no one would see it. For me and my partner both know it's here, so I just leave it on the counter. It kind of just disperses and cuts out the negative energy that either comes into the house that we bring or just floats in. So, I think it's something that I think it's something that if you don't know about it, I do think it's something you should research. I know that's why we're here, is to help you understand what different concepts are in the craft, but the witch's bottle concept is extremely vast and has a historic place in witchcraft. So yeah, that's it. If you have any questions for me, or for or any comments or anything, just leave them below in the comment box. This is my last video for the season, so I look forward. I hope you guys have. I don't know how long it's going to be until season 4 starts up, but I hope you guys have a great year, and hopefully I'll see you when season 4 comes around, and I will talk to you and see you later. If you guys want, you can follow me on my personal channel, and I'll still create videos there. So yeah, until next time, blessed be.